Let's do an update on Missouri, where they have a bill that's made its way through one chamber that tells the federal government your federal gun control shall not apply here, and it's actually really refreshing. We'll talk about that here on this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. I just wanted to let everybody know that from now through the 16th of February, so you got 2 more days. Today is Valentine's Day. That's why I'm wearing my red. But you have 2 more days to save over at Safe Life Defense. They have 10% off everything on their website. And if you use code GUNSANDGADGETS10 right here on the screen, you can save an additional 10% off everything there is on their website. That's 20% off. And don't forget to use that coupon, GUNSANDGADGETS10, to save some serious money. I also want to thank the USCCA. Guys and gals, whether you're new to firearms or you're old and dusty like some of us that have been around for a while, there are ways that you can both help protect you and your family. Click the link down below. It's uscca.com/GNG. It's going to be one of the most important things you do as a gun owner. All right, let's talk about HB 85 in Missouri. And I'm going to also talk about one other bill in Missouri that is looking good, like it's going to pass. But the big one is HB 85 is Missouri's Second Amendment Preservation Act. And we've talked about this a couple times here on the channel already. Once when it was submitted over a year ago, and it died because it couldn't get out of the House in time before they went on off duty, basically. And it was pre-filed before this session, back on December 1st, but here we are now, and it has made its way through the Missouri House. It passed the Missouri House 103 to 43, and one thing of interest happened during that process, and that was they added an amendment. Now, the amendment was those who knowingly deprive a Missouri citizen of their Second Amendment rights will be held liable for redress of at least $50,000, and that includes law enforcement. What that means in mumbo jumbo of legal speak is if somebody knowingly goes against this bill, if it becomes law, then you can sue them and you'll get a minimum of $50,000 to include police. Now, as I said, it passed the House in Missouri back on February 4th, a few days ago, and I had a lot of people who messaged me in multiple areas that Missouri has passed the Second Amendment Preservation Act, and the fact is it's not passed. It's made its way through the House, and it was read in the Senate this past week. So it has made its way through the House, which, yes, it passed there, but now it goes over to the Senate and it has to pass there, and then if it passes there, it goes to the governor to see if it's going to be signed into law or not. So it is important to know that it has not passed if you live in Missouri. It is also important to know that this bill, HB 85, will make any federal gun control act, law, action, interpretation, determination, it'll make it not valid in the state of Missouri, and that would include those activated or enacted after the proposed effective date of this bill. And as of right now, and in the bill, it says the proposed effective date is August 28th of 2021. So again, if you live in Missouri, this has not passed. It's only made its way through one chamber. It is now in the Senate. If you want to help it pass, you can get a hold of your Missouri state senators. I'll have a link down below so that you can light up their phone lines, make some phone calls, and if you live near their offices, whether they're in the Capitol or at their districts, go see them. Say hello. Buy them a coffee. Say, hey, what do you think about this HB 85? I think it's a really good thing. And that's how you put pressure on politicians, and that's how you help in the fight. Now, I told you there was another bill we would actually talk about. It's really 2, and it's HB 52 and SB 39 in Missouri. They're both kind of the same thing. And why did I want to bring this up? Because far too often there are gun-free zones for law-abiding citizens. Criminals carry on public transit all the time. The only people who don't are the people who are either law-abiding or they don't have firearms or weapons or whatever. But these 2 bills are submitted to specifically remove the exemption, or remove the prohibition, rather, in Missouri's current laws that says you cannot conceal carry a firearm on public transit, public transport, etc. Now, it's important to note that, yes, in 2016, Missouri became a constitutional carry state, only after they overrode the governor's veto, which is a good sign. That means there's enough people that believe in it and want it in the legislature and in the citizenry that they overcame a political hack. Now, if this were to pass, it wouldn't be constitutional carry on public conveyance. It would only be for permit holders. So keep that in mind. Why they said that, I'm not sure, because you don't need a permit in Missouri anymore, but you would need one if you chose to carry legally on buses, trains, whatever. It's also important to note that this bill, if it passes, would not apply to any property or facilities owned, operated, leased, borrowed, or utilized by Amtrak. So city transit, good to go. State transit, good to go. But federal, Amtrak, that's a no-go. Now, if you are a law geek, like I do sometimes, I geek out on this stuff, you look into the bill or the current law and you read it, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that it bans, like shurikens, swords, knuckles, knives, all kinds of stuff. But this change to this hopeful change to the law would still not address those. So you could be legally concealed carrying your firearm, and like many of us, our EDC always includes a knife most of the time, right? Well, if you're concealing that knife, in theory, you're still violating that law. So you're okay with the concealed gun, but if you move to a pocket, you're a criminal now. Yeah, just wanted to bring that out to you. But some good news in Missouri, guys and gals. Check out the links down below. Save 20% from Safe Life Defense. That's huge. Also, check out the USCCA. They have a huge amount of training and education. And don't forget, you get that self-defense liability insurance that will help you in your biggest time of need. Click that link, guys and gals. It's extremely important that you look forward into what would actually happen if I have to defend myself. Not many people do that. And I also want to thank you for being here. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider doing so. This is where you'll find the Second Amendment news, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, brought to you on a daily basis here on Guns and Gadgets. And I always say my tag line, which is, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. But it's now on a shirt from Shall Not Comply. So check them out down below. Use my link, and that actually helps the channel no matter what you buy there. And if they run out, let me know, and I'll make them print some more. All right, guys, till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.